So we've all gotten pretty used to AI that can generate things, right? Text, images, even code. But what if AI could go beyond just creating stuff and actually start doing stuff? Well, that's the huge leap from generation to action, and it's really the heart of the AI agent revolution. Today we're going to dive into how this new tech is shifting from being just a simple tool to becoming a core part of how businesses actually run.
And this question, man, it cuts right to the chase, doesn't it? This isn't just about some new piece of software. We're talking about an entirely new kind of workforce. I mean, just imagine a team of AI robots grinding away for your business 24/7, never taking a break, never needing a paycheck. Look, I know it sounds a little bit like sci-fi, but this is the strategic move that companies are starting to make right now.
Okay, so what does this digital workforce thing actually mean in practice? To really get why this is such a game changer, we have to look at the huge problems that pretty much every single business runs into.
All right, think about it. What are the two things that kill most companies? They run out of cash to pay people, and they can't find the right talent. It's that simple. Well, AI agents are designed to attack these two problems head-on. They're a scalable workforce that doesn't need a salary and can be programmed with the exact skills you need. That just completely changes the economics of how a business can grow.
And this isn't some far-off futuristic thing. No way. A pretty eye-opening report from the World Economic Forum shows that 41% of businesses are already planning to shrink their human workforce because of AI. Now, that can sound pretty scary, right? But hold on, because that's only half the story.
And that brings us to the flip side of this whole thing. As the investor Naval Ravikant puts it, this isn't really about job replacement. It's about a massive shift in skills. The opportunities are moving toward people who can understand and build with AI. So it's not about you being replaced by AI, it's about learning how to put AI to work for you.
Okay, so what is the real difference here? What separates the AI we've been using, like ChatGPT, from a true AI agent? Well, the key is right there in the name, agency. It's that critical leap from just answering questions to actually taking action.
This comparison really breaks it down perfectly. A traditional AI is like a super smart encyclopedia. You ask it something, it gives you an answer. But an AI agent, that's more like an intern or a junior employee. It doesn't just give you answers, it takes independent actions. It can plan things out, use different apps, and see a task through from start to finish, all by itself. The whole game changes from you operating the AI to the AI operating for you.
Here's a super simple way to wrap your head around it. A chatbot gives you one piece of information. The agent, on the other hand, performs a whole sequence of actions out in the digital world to get a job done. And that ability to string together a bunch of different steps to hit a goal, that's the secret sauce. That's what makes them so incredibly powerful.
All right, so how do these things actually work? What's going on under the hood? You really don't have to be a coder to get the main ideas. Let's just break down the surprisingly simple anatomy of an AI agent.
Yeah, there are a few parts to an agent, like its brain and its memory, but for you, as a builder, it really just comes down to three key ingredients. Think of yourself as a chef, right? You're just combining these three things to cook up your own capable digital worker.
First up, you've got prompting. And this is just instructions. That's it. It's how you tell the agent how to act, what its personality should be, what its goals are. And the amazing part is you're doing all this with plain English, not a bunch of complicated code. That's what makes building these things so accessible to everyone.
Ingredient number 2 is knowledge. Think of this as the agent's own private library that you give it. This is all the specialized stuff it needs to know. Your company's internal documents, your product lists, customer service scripts, whatever it is. This is what lets it handle tasks that are super specific to your business.
And finally, maybe the most important ingredient of all, tools. Tools are what give the agent hands. Seriously. They're the connections to all the other software out there, your email, your calendar, your CRM, that let it actually do things in the digital world. This is the piece that turns it from just a chatbot into an actual digital worker.
Okay, so how do these three ingredients, the instructions, the knowledge, and the tools, actually come together to get something done? Let's take a super practical example from a sales team. Imagine you just tell an agent, hey, go find me some AI startups that just got funding, put them in a spreadsheet, and then email me that list. So the agent's brain gets that prompt, and right away, it breaks the request down into a plan. Step 1, it grabs its web search tool to go find the info. Step 2, it pulls out its spreadsheet tool to organize all that data. And finally, Step 3, it uses its email tool to send you the finished list. See that? It's chaining multiple tools together to hit a complex goal, exactly like a person would. This isn't just theory, right? This stuff is already out there, being used by some pretty big companies. So let's check out a few examples of these agents already hard at work out in the wild.
I mean, look at Klarna, the big fintech company. They have an AI agent that is literally doing the work of 700 full-time customer service people. Or how about Devin, an AI that can act as a whole software engineer, writing code, fixing bugs, the whole shebang. Then you have things like copilots, which are popping up everywhere to help employees with specific jobs in sales or HR. And I bet you've already run into lead generation agents on websites chatting with you 24/7.
Look, the rise of AI agents, this is not just another software update. This is what we call a platform shift. It's a fundamental change, the kind of thing that creates totally new types of businesses, just like the internet did or the smartphone did before it.
And out of this big shift, we're seeing two massive opportunities start to pop up. First, you've got vertical AI agents. These aren't just little tools. They're entire companies built to solve one specific problem for one industry. Like an AI that does nothing but legal contract reviews and does it better than a whole team. And the second one? The one-person agency. This is where a single entrepreneur can command an entire army of these digital workers to serve clients, letting them scale a business like never before, without hiring tons of people.
And this all leads us to the perfect analogy for this whole revolution. Think about the refrigerator. When it was invented, sure, the people who made the fridges made some money. But the real fortunes, the empires, were built by companies like Coca-Cola that figured out how to use that refrigeration technology. AI is that foundational technology. AI is the refrigerator. The big opportunity here isn't necessarily in building the core AI models. It's in leveraging these new AI agents to create something entirely new on top of them. So, as we wrap up, I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. If AI agents are the new refrigerator, what's going to be your Coca-Cola?